leave me alone. I asked all of the predators to leave me alone. The more I asked them to leave me alone, the more bullshit they threw at me. The more they harassed me. I went to the people that I was supposed to go to for help stopping that harassment. They wouldn't even look at it. None of them. They just wanted to argue. This has got a tiny part of one of those one of those 3 messages that she sent, plus the missed call. Why the fuck would I answer a call from a fucking stalker? She promised to help me turn this shit in. All the way back at the very beginning of 2018. And to this day, she has literally never tried. Not once. Shannon, Colorado, still not getting the point. I was able to figure out how to change my phone for Shannon, Colorado, still not getting the point. I was able to figure out how to change my phone over so it records to the SD card instead of to my phone. And just now I figured that out. I had to fuck around with it for a few minutes. Shannon, Colorado wants to call me and send me these voice thingies and so on and so on and so on and so on. I don't even fucking listen to them. I guess we'll play 3 of them, because there's 3 of them. Since the last time I made a fucking very clear and direct message of leave me the fuck alone. She wanted to send 3 little voice messages and a missed audio call.
Sean, I tried calling you. You won't listen to me.
That's right. I have to listen to her. She's literally not going to listen to a goddamn thing I have to say. Nothing I have to say matters. Obviously, she's been calling me. Obviously, I've been telling her to leave me alone. Over and over and over again. Leave me alone. Leave me alone means leave me alone. And she wanted to interpret that as that I wanted to call her. She literally said that. Let me pause this for a second. She said, literally, that I wanted her to call me, that I wanted to talk to her. The words that I typed, the words that I said were, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Why do you want to call me? I don't. I want you to leave me the fuck alone. Because all you're going to do is be as hurtful as you fucking can. No matter what, you're going to tell me about your take 1,000 fucking times. I've already heard it. You fucking junky piece of shit. How about listen to the fucking victim and help turn this shit in? What you promised to do at the very beginning of 2018, and literally to this day have made no effort to do so. You did not keep your word and have literally made 0 effort to keep your word since giving your word. And then you want to throw a bunch of other shit in my face instead of keeping your word. stop fucking harassing me. You are obviously never going to help turn it in. You are obviously just going to play stupid. You are obviously only going to try to hide the fact that you fucked up because you didn't fucking listen. And you still won't listen. Because that would require you actually taking responsibility for your actions, for your decisions, for the fucked up things that you did. For the fact that you lied to me repeatedly. The fact that you helped out my predators. Because you were mad at me. The fact that I can't talk about anything that's going on because you're going to get fucking offended and start throwing a fucking tantrum. Well, I'll just get on the internet and show the whole fucking world, and I'll throw a fucking tantrum of my own. But I won't hide in the corner like a fucking coward and pretend it didn't fucking happen. I will do it publicly, loud and fucking proud. How about instead of saying, oh, I don't care if you record it and post it up for the whole world, how about you don't make me waste my fucking time doing so? How about you don't waste my fucking time being demanding of my attention when all you have been is predatory? You took advantage of an at-risk adult. More than one, matter of fact. And you also put more than one adult at risk. You put me at risk. You put your daughter at risk. You even put Rick McCormick at risk. You tried blaming me for your decisions. You tried blaming your daughter for your decisions. You tried blaming Rick for your decisions. No, Shannon Alvarado, those are your decisions. When you said if I got there, I could make those calls there and that you would help me. You didn't help me. You didn't make the calls with me. You got in arguments with your boyfriend, keeping all of us up all fucking night long because you were fucking drunk. Leave me alone means leave me alone. That means leave me alone. See, that's the thing that Tim Beeson didn't fucking get. That's the thing that all of these fucking crackheads didn't get. All they had to do was leave me alone. Natalie Bollinger didn't have to fucking lie about me. Her family didn't have to lie about me. Maddie Boa didn't have to lie about me. Nobody had to spread any fucking slander at all. Meanwhile, nobody bothered to find out what was actually going on. Did Natalie Bollinger try telling Maddie Boa that I stalked her to Virginia? Fuck no. Maddie Boa helped set up the trip. The trip was set up at Natalie Bollinger's fucking request. And her and Alicia Bollinger were both well fucking aware. But after the fact, they pretended that I stalked them to Virginia. That's not what they told Maddie Boa, though. Why is that? Because Maddie Boa fucking knew better. They had to lie to her. Didn't they? Maddie Boa wasn't going to fall for that me stalking them bullshit. Because Maddie Boa fucking knew better. They had to lie to Maddie Boa even worse. They lied to the cops and claimed that I stalked them to Virginia. Meanwhile, the evidence all shows otherwise. But they couldn't tell that lie to Maddie Boa because she planned the trip with us. So they had to tell Maddie Boa that I threatened to kill Natalie and her fucking family. You know how fucked up that is? pretending that a man threatened to kill you and your family because you're fucking embarrassed. That's horrible. But that's not the rumors that Maddie Boa went spreading around Boulder, Colorado, is it? No, she went around Boulder, Colorado, spreading rumors that, well, there's rumors that I stalked some little girls in Virginia. Yeah. That I threatened some little girl and her family in Virginia. That I raped some girl in Virginia. That I molested some little girls in Virginia. And these rumors just got worse and worse and worse. And where did it all start? It all started with Natalie Bollinger not telling the truth. Playing victim after she got busted doing fucked up shit. Meanwhile, she didn't do it to get back at me. At the very beginning, it wasn't any sort of revenge against me for speaking up. At the very beginning, it was just Natalie Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger not wanting to get in trouble. Not wanting to get in trouble for keeping secrets. Not wanting to get in trouble for lying. Not wanting to get in trouble for their alcohol use and for their drug use. They figured I was an easy scapegoat. Hell, I left. No problem. They can spread whatever fucking rumors they want. I'm not there to fucking speak up for myself anymore. I left Virginia. And of course, that'd be used against me too, because they gave me a piece of paper with a bunch of services to call, the nearest one 8 miles away. Towed my vehicle when they took me to the hospital, promised me they wouldn't. But cops are all liars. Every cop you ever meet will be a fucking liar. Every one of them. If you're a pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl in a fucking rich person's house, yeah, the cops probably listen to you. They'll probably do exactly what you want, regardless of if it's legal or not. Chef Alvarado doesn't want to admit how her alcoholism affects those around her, or how horrible her manipulation is. You know, if people like Tim Beeson would have just left me alone, I never would have had to ask Natalie Bollinger for help calling off the fucking dogs. Natalie Bollinger never even once claimed that I raped her. She never even once claimed that I molested her. Not even once. She just claimed that I stalked her in Virginia, and that was good enough for people to destroy my fucking life. Shannon, Colorado, still not getting the point. I was able to figure out how to change my phone over so it records to the SD card instead of to my phone. Just now I figured that out. I had to fuck around with it for a few minutes. Shannon, Colorado wants to call me and send me these voice thingies and so on and so on and so on and so on. I don't even fucking listen to them. She literally goes out of her way to take cheap shots at me in all of those. And then tell me about how much compassion she's got. No, I don't listen to them anymore. She doesn't listen to me. Why am I going to listen to her fucking cheap shots all the fucking time? I'm done listening to them. I stopped listening to those 5 years ago. When she pretended to be nice. After she was pissed off at me, but she'd pretend to be nice, and then I'd fucking read the nice text that she sent. And then I'd listen to the fucking voice messages that she sent, and they're not the same. It's fucking mean, it's rude, it's inconsiderate. It's malicious. It's meant to berate me and tear me down as a human being for speaking up and telling the truth about Shannon Alvarado. Is Shannon Alvarado going to admit the fucked up shit that she did when she's drunk? Or because she's an alcoholic? Is Tim Beeson going to tell Natalie Bollinger that he was one of the people that was harassing me and threatening to kill my friends and family? Well, no, Tim Beeson never came forward to Natalie about that. No, he played it off like he was some victim who had been stalked by some crazy dude on Natalie's fucking website, and that's the reason I found out about him. No, 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 no. I knew about him because he was fucking calling me up and threatening to kill me and my friends and family. He was getting a hold of me on Facebook and threatening me and my friends and family. That was well before Natalie was ever killed. I went to my friends for help, and they didn't do shit. They were all busy pulling Shannon Alvarado's before Natalie was killed. Oh, I can't do nothing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, did I tell you about my friend Marnie? Did I tell you about my friend Marnie? My friend Marnie's missing. Will you help me find my friend Marnie? How long did it take for me to help find her friend Marnie? Every time she brought it up, within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes of her bringing up her friend Marnie, there I was making a post trying to help her find her friend Marnie. That's the help that she wanted. That's the help that she asked for, and she got that help. The help that I needed was for her to call up these places, call up the police with me, call up Adult Protective Services with me, call up the FBI with me, to help, to actually send this information to them, to verify that it is real. And Shannon can verify that a bunch of it's real, but then again, she can't remember shit because she's too all up in her feels about her fucking alcoholism. Just like Natalie was too all up in her feels about her heroin addiction. How dare I speak up? How dare I? How dare I tell the world that Natalie Bollinger is a heroin addict? How dare I tell the world that Tim Beeson and many others were threatening to kill me and my friends and family? How dare I? How dare I tell the world how Shannon Alvarado acts and why? How dare I? She did call, and I'm sick of fucking answering the phone to get treated like shit. What happens if I ignore her, though? She does it over and over and over again. What happened when I ignored Jamie Curtis there in Rapid City, South Dakota? She called me 88 times in just a matter of maybe an hour and a half. 88 times. Not because her phone was broke, but because she was mad at me. She got home, and James was there, and he was pissed off. She figured after the way that she treated me that she was going to call me 88 times. 88 times. That's Jamie. How many times have I texted or typed for these people to leave me alone? Leave me alone, but they don't listen to me, do they? No doesn't mean no when a man says it. Shannon Alvarado has read the messages between me and Natalie Bollinger. She knows that me and Natalie Bollinger were just friends. She knows that Natalie thought she was in love with me, not the other way around. She knows that it's a false narrative that was sold, but to this day, what she wants to do is take pop shots because she's still pissed off that I spoke up about her alcoholism. And she wants that to be hidden from the courts. She wants it to be hidden how horribly she treated me because she's an alcoholic, and how horribly she treated others because she's an alcoholic. About how she didn't keep her word because she's an alcoholic. About how she took advantage of at-risk adults because she's an alcoholic. Shannon Alvarado didn't do any of these things because I'm a horrible person. She did these things because she is an alcoholic. She is an alcoholic, plain and simple. And until she can admit that, she's not going to be able to help me, because she's not going to be willing to admit that she's not going to listen to anyone as long as she's drinking. Shannon Alvarado's got these opinions that are based on absolute fucking nonsense. How about try looking at fucking evidence? How about try listening to those videos? You know, I went there in person because with my electronic disabilities, the only way I could show somebody was literally in person. Because apparently, there's lots of people in law enforcement who couldn't see any of the emails I sent them. Mandy Hughes could see them. She verified that she could see them, but she never tried to help turn that in either. Just like Shannon Alvarado literally never tried to help turn anything in. Just like Alyssa Rainwater literally never helped turn something in. Now, Alyssa Rainwater, I was able to verify from Alyssa Rainwater and from the officer that she spoke to that they did speak to each other. So I've got verification from both of them that that did happen. However, both of them tell completely different stories. Alyssa Rainwater and Amanda Jonas of the Longmont Police Department told two completely different stories. Meanwhile, I can't believe either one of them. Both of them committed crimes after the fact. So did Mandy Hughes. So did Shannon Alvarado, for that matter. Of course, she doesn't want to get in trouble for fucking up. The thing is, that the same help that she promised me in 2018, the same help that Kayla Trujillo promised in 2018, the same help that Mandy Hughes promised in 2018, the same help that Carl Rogers promised in 2018, the same help that Rochelle Shelley Campbell and Danica Garner promised in 2018, to help me to turn this shit in. When Kara Johnson Miles got busted, well, a whole bunch of my predators started pretending that I was a predator. That's right. They got busted, and Shannon Alvarado never once to this day has ever tried to help call any of these agencies to turn it in, or to hear the repercussions, because her opinions are what matters, not what happened to the victim. Her addictions and hiding her addictions and how she treats others because she's addicted to alcohol are more important than other people's lives. And she wants to talk about how she has compassion. But she's mean. She is real mean. Just like Missy got real mean when I said something about her drinking. And then later on, she wanted to hide behind her husband, Richard. I don't understand why you're doing this. Take it down now. That's what Misty said. Missy Seward, one of the people I went to about Natalie Bollinger and the harassment before Natalie was killed. but she was drunk. When I said something about her being drunk, she threw a tantrum at me like a 5-year-old, like Shannon Alvarado. How dare I say anything about the alcohol? How dare I? So, years later, Veronica Seward had her husband call me up after she threatened me with the police for telling the truth. She had her husband call me up to harass me because she wasn't going to do it herself. She was too much of a coward. So what she did is she provided background noise, pretending she's some poor innocent victim in all this. No, the fuck she's not. Shannon Alvarado's not going to admit that she's an alcoholic, and that the stupid things that she chose to do were because of her alcoholism. Natalie Bollinger wasn't going to admit that the fucked up things that she did were because of her heroin addiction. My little sister isn't going to admit that the fucked up shit that she did was over her meth addiction. Compassion? What compassion? You pretended to care, but when it came time to actually do something, no matter what, it was always an excuse. With Kayla Trujillo, with Mandy Hughes, with Alyssa Rainwater, with Shannon Alvarado, no matter what, it's just excuses. Excuse after excuse after excuse. Meanwhile, when a crime is committed against me, the same thing today as it was back then, I'm supposed to go to a friend or family member so that I'm not blown off by law enforcement. It is that important. On the bright side, I found my $45 phone card that I literally just added to this phone. So I can call them back and let them know what's going on with that. There's a lot of evidence that Shannon Alvarado, if she'd have helped me to turn it in right away, like a good person would have done, that evidence would have been able to be turned in. It would have been taken seriously, instead of it being lost or stolen or misappropriated by law enforcement, drug addicts out on the street. I've been forced to spend money to pay drug addicts to help me, because the police aren't going to do their jobs without a friend or family member coming forward with me. Not somebody who's going to tell me that they did something but show no proof. My predators pretended that all of the things I have evidence of did not happen, that I invented Shannon Alvarado, that she's a delusion. Because to this day, Shannon Alvarado has never once ever tried helping to turn in a goddamn thing to the public pretender's office, to the police, to anyone at all. Never once has she made one of these calls with me. So I have to call them myself and save the recordings, and then maybe someday, years down the road, when she's done fucking procrastinating and maybe gives a shit, maybe she'll fucking look through that. But then I have to literally find a place where I can sit down and listen to literally thousands of hours of recordings to find the parts that she wants right at the very moment that she wants to hear it. This isn't just one incident of me being abused. Aaron Cockerham didn't like the fact that I told the truth about the situation with her, and I verified it with a conversation with her that is recorded and on YouTube. Same thing with Anna Alfred. Yeah. Same thing with Kayla Trujillo. Same with a lot of different people. They're mad at me for telling the truth, for repeating the things that they told me. Wanted to say I slandered them, and then when I post up evidence in their own voices, from their own Facebooks, from their YouTube channels that show I told the truth, oh goddamn, they hate me, don't they? Text messages from their own phone numbers. I still need to turn in the crimes that I was attempting to turn in 2018. Shannon Alvarado, Kayla Trujillo, Mandy Hughes, Alyssa Rainwater, all promised that they were going to help me to turn in. And then Katie Cahill, too. Katie Cahill said, "Take it down now!" Jamie Curtis said, "Take it down now!" Veronica Seward, a.k.a. Missy Bruce, said, "Take it down now!" They wanted instant gratification after leaving me hanging for years, after letting people hurt me, after making empty promises and not keeping their words. They wanted instant gratification. Shannon Alvarado is not going to get her instant gratification. I speak up for a reason. If Shannon Alvarado hadn't been a volatile alcoholic, I wouldn't have had any reason to say she was. When I'm stuck in those subservient environments and I have no place to go and no money and no help there, if need be, I can go out and find food. What I need help with is turning this shit into the police. So let's stop changing the subject and get this shit turned in. Shannon Alvarado doesn't want to do that, and she doesn't want to leave me alone. She wants to continue to spy on me and make fake accounts to spy on me. She got busted spying on my Facebook with one of her fake accounts. This one is called Salmon Avocado. What did Natalie's friends do before Natalie was killed? Made fake accounts to fucking harass me. Of course, that's not wrong, is it? No, that's not wrong. But if I make a fake account to beg someone to stop, to put a fucking stop to it, then I'm some sort of a horrible person. But you know what? Unlike these fucking cowards, at least I came forward about who I am and why I was doing what I was doing. I let Natalie Bollinger, Alicia Bollinger, and Maddie Bowen know that I was trying to stop abuse that I was having to endure because they fucking lied. Shannon Alvarado also lied when she said that she was going to help me how I needed. To this day, she hasn't tried. She wants to continue to interrupt and say literally the same things over and over and over again. I don't know how. Holy Christ. Then I have to stop her every time she does that and explain to her, you need to stop interrupting to tell me arbitrary shit. You don't have to fill in every space with words. And you certainly don't have to interrupt me to fill space with words. All Shannon's doing is talking to hear herself talk. When I told these people to leave me alone, that's when they decided that they weren't gonna. When I let Jamie know, after the she pulled, to leave me alone, that's when she decided to call me 88 times. You cannot tell a woman no in the United States. You cannot tell her to leave you alone. You cannot tell her to stop stalking you. You can't threaten her with the police. She doesn't fucking care. She knows that all she's got to do is play victim. It's that fucking easy. Shannon Alvarado knows this as well as the police, as well as Natalie Bollinger, as well as Rochelle Shelley Campbell. Shannon Alvarado is well fucking aware that I'm telling the truth. But holy shit, she just can't fucking seem to stay fucking sober.